Hi everybody, how you doing? My name is Orlando, and I'm here in collaboration with Adam on the cam.com. And I'm also here with Leah Martinez. Meet Leah. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Leah Martinez, and I'm Leah Martinez of Martinez Racing.
Okay. Now, as a child, what did you play with? Did you play with dolls or cars?
Well, I did my share of both. I played with my girlfriends, with our dolls, but I was also very into horseback riding, so I was a little bit of a tomboy too. I did a little bit of both.
How did you get started in the motorsports industry?
Well, it was always a passion of mine to ride motorcycles, and earlier in my adult life, I didn't have the opportunity to pursue it. It wasn't until I came to Florida and met my current husband that I was able to actually learn how to ride a motorcycle for the first time when I was 37.
Awesome. What was your first bike?
Was a Honda CBR F4i.
F4i.
Yes.
Wow, that's like the stunner special right there.
Yes, wasn't a very popular bike in the drag racing world.
How did that work out?
It actually worked out very well. One of the local shops down in Sarasota, Exotic Cycle, I was, I guess you could say, a test unit. He made the first set of extensions for an F4i ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Let's talk about your family in the motorsports industry. You know, how were they involved? And I'm assuming that got you on that track.
Yes. My dad used to race pro stock cars when I was younger. I was born in New Rochelle, New York, and my family had a gas station down there, and they, obviously worked on cars, but they were very heavy into the drag racing scene. And I have older brother in Bradenton who drag races motorcycles also, and my stepsister is not currently racing, but she also races motorcycles. So It's in the family.
Now, where did you get the name Leah Dreamcatcher Martinez?
I came up with that name because just like, they tell you never give up on your dreams. Anybody out there wants to do anything, don't ever give up on your dreams. And so I'm out there pursuing and catching my dreams.
Okay. Now, let's talk about some of your personal hardships that you had throughout your life, especially the past recent years. Can you talk to us about that?
Sure. In 2009, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The type of cancer that I had was called ductal carcinoma in situ, which means it was in my milk ducts, and in situ means inside. I'm very grateful for the fact that I had a mammogram and they caught it so early. Because they caught it so early, when they tested my lymph nodes, they came back negative. So I say thank God for that, because I didn't have to endure chemo or radiation. I opted to have the double mastectomy to get rid of the cancer, and then I endured some reconstructive surgeries. And that lasted about 2.5 years on and off. Just went and saw my plastic surgeon about a month ago, and in another 2 years I'll be considered cancer-free, and as he put it, they'll be able to cut me loose. That
is awesome. High five. Okay. What kind of support system, as you're going through these hardships and through the cancer, who you had that was supportive and help you up, make sure that you was still standing and actually be able to go through all the processes and all the surgeries?
Right. That was, of course, my husband and my daughter, Samantha, who live here with me. His parents are pastors at the church that we go to, and awesome. Having them around, of course, a strong family support system, and then my drag racing family. They were crazy supportive. As soon as they found out that I was diagnosed, they took up a little collection pot, and that was done by Harvey Dean, a friend of mine, and they started a big giant prayer chain. And even though they're not there and they're not with you, just knowing that people are out there praying for you to get through it and be strong, and it just gives you an inner strength that you just didn't think that you would have going through that.
Well, not many people know that in Florida, the sport bike community is so close-knit, and anywhere in the United States, but she's in the specialty section. The drag racers are such a family that even when they broke down, or any parts that one person just breaks down, like, even though it's a competition, you will see them go ahead and give that part or loan that part out, and it's awesome. I've seen it firsthand. I'm pretty sure Leah has experienced that firsthand.
Yes.
And it's one of the most family things. That's why a lot of people actually do certain sports, because I would say it's like a not to be bad, but it's almost like a gang. You know, they just band together so close, and it's so hard to just walk away from it. You just want to be there and support everybody. It's so hard to just get into it, but once you're in it, you're in it. How has being a female drag racer, how has it been able to, or is it harder for you to be a female drag racer in a male-dominated sport?
I think it is. Years. I think like people like Shirley Muldowney have paved the way for a lot of women now, regardless of whether it's cars or motorcycles that we're racing. So we don't have quite the number of obstacles that were there years ago. But it's still it's hard. The majority of the people out there are men, and I think in certain circumstances we have to prove that like we can handle ourselves on a motorcycle that's got that much power, and that it's rough. It's sometimes a little harder to pick up sponsors. It's sometimes just a little harder to break into the industry. But we're doing it, and little by little more women are each year are coming out and drag racing, and it's just support each other, because it's just so nice to see more women each time you go.
Girl power.
I see, yeah, because each time I go out there, I see a new girl racing and a new face, and it's great. I love it.
Open arms all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We all support one another. I mean, no matter what, we support each other, male or female. But it's just nice to see more women each year out there doing it.
How has your life experiences when it comes to your cancer and everything? How's that helped you as far as you being a drag racer?
Well, I say out of something bad came something good. Through going through the cancer and having to go through all of this has opened a lot of doors for me. Had a lot of people help me out. I blew my motorcycle up, and just thanks to the kindness of somebody who's seen me out there racing and seen me out there struggling for years. Larry Spider-Man McBride drives a Top Fuel motorcycle. He picked up the phone and called all of his sponsors and people that he knows, and they all got together and donated the parts to help me put my motorcycle back together.
Wow, that's
Not
awesome.
even just put it back together, but now it's way faster than it was before.
Really?
Yes, awesome. It's just awesome. So like I said, out of something bad came something good.
When you're at the light and you're getting ready to go, and you see you got your marks down, and you see that yellow light coming down, what goes through your mind?
Well, what I'm thinking about while I'm at that light, I forget that everybody else is around me. I feel like I'm the only one there, the other person and myself. And I'm not even worried about them. I'm worried about not leaving too soon and not leaving too late. I'm worried about cutting a good light.
That concentration.
Yeah, just coming out of the hole exactly at that right moment.
What about your best experience? What is the best experience you has as a female drag racer? Most proud moment?
Well, I think, winning a race is a perfect example for anybody, but my best moment I would have to say would be this past weekend. I ran my fastest pass ever, struggling with our bike, and the gentleman that was helping us out, adjusting the clutch and everything, frustrated all weekend long, and then as soon as we got it together, I ran my fastest pass ever. 8:28 in the quarter mile, and I want to say 166 miles an hour, I believe it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was your reaction time on the tree?
My reaction at that pass was a 0.50, which is okay.
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 What was the most embarrassing moment? We got to talk something.
Yeah.
You got your best moment. Now you got to go ahead and give me your embarrassing moment, because everybody has one. I know I have one. And hopefully Anna will leave it off the camera. But, just...
Oh, yeah. I would have to say there's a few, but my most embarrassing one was in the very beginning on my Honda when I was learning. I didn't have my husband with me to coach me, and I was determined to warm the tire up and do a burnout. And I got the bike going, and I'm doing my burnout, and I didn't know when to stop. So the bike did. The tire hooked, and the bike went to the left, and I looked like a little crash dummy, and I went to the right. So, and I didn't live that one down for a while. My brother-in-law was imitating me for a while to everybody. So that was pretty funny.
Who is your inspiration? Somebody that you just feel that just helped you get to where you're at now?
Would have to say that would be my husband Victor, because he's stood by me, and he used to race cars, back in the day when well, not that they don't still do it, but he used to be into street racing and cars and, motorcycles, and he likes to race, but he stepped back and gave all that up for me.
Street racing on a closed sanctioned course.
So yeah, my inspiration would have to be my husband Victor, because again, he just told me the other day that he's here to support me, and we managed to flip-flop a few things, and we were able to get the trailer that's sitting out there behind us thanks to him, and he keeps saying that he's there to support me, and we're getting to where we need to be and getting exposure, and
It's amazing when you have that
right,
much of a support system,
right,
how far you're able to go.
Right, because I had to say without that it would probably be next to impossible.
So what is your message that you're trying to get across to everybody? If you had, well, technically you do have the opportunity right now to send a message out to everybody who can see this,
right,
what would you say?
My message, obviously, as a breast cancer survivor, would be to everybody and it's on the back of my motorcycle. It says "Find a Cure," and there's pink ribbons on the front fairings, and I'm just trying to raise awareness through my passion of drag racing and get people out there to get checked. And even guys, I know a few people, social media, Facebook is the thing, YouTube, whatever. Guys can get breast cancer too. So nobody is above getting cancer. So everybody needs to get checked. Everybody.
All right. Anybody you would like to thank?
Oh yes, I have a little bit of a list here.
Go
and
ahead.
If I forget anybody, I'm sorry ahead of time. I love you all, and there are many people along the way that have helped me also that I may forget. But the initial person who started all of the motor rebuild and everything to help me out was Larry Spider-Man McBride. Personal friend of mine, I call him my brother, John L. Day, who helped with the cost of the assembly of the motor and the dyno work. Jerry Cooper of Cooper Performance, Rodney Williford and Greg Wallace of Williford Racing, CP Pistons, Carilla Rods, Millennium Technologies, K&N Filters, Kettlewhite Machining Industries, Redline Design, right here in Brandon, does all the graphics on my bike, Rivtour Media, he's helped me with multiple flyers and banners and stuff like that, and also does, pictures and all that stuff. Urban Cowgirls, Amsoil, FJ Motorsports, Evil Swing Arms, MTC Engineering, Web Racing Cams, Stingray Dragway of Lakeland, Florida.
There you go.
And AGR Racing. And again, if I've forgotten anybody, I know that there's personal friends of mine that have helped out, and I love you all, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because I know that if it wasn't for everybody's help, that I wouldn't be where I am right now.
So tell us about how can I sponsor you, so that way if I want to add on to your cause or sponsor you, how would I go about doing that?
Well, I have a website set up, and it's leahmartinezracing.com. Gives a brief bio about me, a little bit about what I've done, or anybody who wants to sponsor me. My current sponsors set up with PayPal, so they can donate right there, and they can put in the donation box whether it's to go towards sponsorship or whether it's to go towards somebody or some fundraiser or cancer patient, that I want to direct the money towards.
So everybody, help spread the word, bring the cure, donate. I sure am. Hopefully you guys will too. Leah Martinez Racing, and thank you.
Adam! Adam for the win!